It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Gray now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller. Already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Trying the right side with Tracy. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Returning from the 18-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Dak now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from the 41. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throw complete to Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dak throwing again. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And now they face 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Throw on 3rd down. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. And that drive, Brock, I'm calling that the 2-2-2. 2 plays, 2 sacks for the defense, and 2 points for him as well, thanks to that safety.
You kind of felt it building, right? That's what happens with defenses. They can feel and sense, and they get that momentum. They get the first takedown, they come right back and get that second. Now it's imperative this offense responds because you've infused that defense with a bunch of momentum.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. He has it at the 13. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. A handoff to Tracy. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. 4 yards there, but still a lot of digging left to do. It's third and really long.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've got first down from the 31. Dak off the play fake. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Giants offense all set to get started. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 36. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down up across the 40. Only a couple of yards on the run, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. We've got a close one here. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Caught by Theo Johnson. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Coming left is Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They're now set for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And they will score! Touchdown, New York! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push the lead to 2 scores now. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll motion him out of the backfield. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Dak out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And now it's 3rd and short. He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. He anticipated that route. It's Johnny on the spot.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Another throw for Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Completed here to Pickens. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third and 4 coming up now. Dak now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This a 39-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. The throw left side finds Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Giants in a very tough spot on 2nd and long. Another try following the sack. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's on the move. And this one does not go far. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Throw complete to Lamb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Launches one deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Prescott now on 3rd down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Williams. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys throw 6 points onto their score. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys take the lead on that successful kick. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Connects with Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. Back now, pressure on its way. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From midfield now. They left him wide open. It's complete. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up. He's throwing for it. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled for no gain.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action, Prescott. Looking right, and he finds him. And he reaches the 35 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dak off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Tracy once more. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Giants parlay the interception into points. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants push the lead up to 12. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Give to Williams from the gun. Brushes him off with ease. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Got Williams, and it's complete. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 7 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Boys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Eight yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Tracy. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th down. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now quick to the left, it's caught. And this one doesn't go far. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dak now from the gun. It's taken in by Williams. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another run for Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
He'll throw it. Ferguson's got it, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They go play action here. This finds Bellinger. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants leading by 5. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Tracy on the carry. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Trying the right side with Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. A give right side to Tracy. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. 7 yards that time, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Gano ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll look to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Dallas.